Hi there, I have my reading glasses on. These are my reading glasses. They're not actually my reading glasses. I just found them somewhere, or they were in a free box. They seem to do alright, but they might be real glasses, who knows. Today I wish to share with you a game of chess that I played before, of course, and this game was played on chess.com. And has that my mother's lunch has arrived? Maybe, I don't know. So gets Meals on Wheels, very good. I'm sure that if you listen to my mother's life story, you'll hear a bit of mine as well. But as is always the case. Anyway, I first want to just talk about resources and that sort of thing in chess. Okay, so I first want to talk to you about resources in chess. Because of my upbringing, because I've been brought up by Dutch parents, they taught me to eat what the pot gives me at the dinner table, and also whatever I've got to make the most of it. So, and I have put on here before the other day, a few weeks ago or so, I put on here the other day that, what was it? I put on here the other day that, yep, that's good. My friend was born just after 1942, and my friend from Holland. And he said that his father was an accountant, and his father would say, if you have 10 centa, which is 10 cents, you don't have a kwacha, or a quarter of a gulder. So you only have 10 cents, not 25 cents. And that's like that in chess too. Maybe there are some good Dutch players around, and well done to the English teams that won the seniors World Chess Championships. They won the seniors for the over 50s, I think also for the women's division, and also over the 65-year-old bracket, which board one from that the 65s and older was none other than John Nunn, Grandmaster, Super Grandmaster John Nunn. Even Nigel Short is in there, and Littlewood, and all sorts of Arkle, and I hope I've got his name right, and Mickey Adams, some really, really good players. And of course they're not really 50 or not really 65. They're probably younger than that, way younger. That's something I joked about on the internet, on Facebook. But in chess, we often get left with a position that not sure where to go to from here, because I haven't got much left. So it's very, very important to be able to utilize and be resourceful, and to utilize what you've got left on the chessboard to play against your opponent. So I've written some things down. A lot of chess is knowing how to coordinate and using what you've got, is what I'm just saying. The status quo, to keep that, not resigning too early, not showing your opponent weakness even when one feels weak. So not showing your opponent an obvious weakness. I'll talk about that. I was watching a Grandmaster playing a National Master on Rapid Chess site on YouTube, which is a very good chess channel, Rapid Chess. Just called that, Rapid Chess. I was watching that. I was watching National Master playing the Grandmaster, and the Grandmaster was clearly out booking the National Master, who was white, and was often looking at him like that, just looking right at him, maybe he was scrutinizing, but maybe he was thinking, don't you know this in the Caracan? That's the impression I got from it. So there is an obvious easy weakness for a great player like a grandmaster to do. When we're playing chess against a grandmaster, they can see our weaknesses. They will see my weaknesses. Booking. They don't have any money in the purse. They turn the heat off. So if the Dutch, I'll tell you a few things that I've learnt too. If they have no money, they don't buy a car. They don't go for a drive, or they don't go on holiday. They don't go on vacancy. They will not drive that car if they've got no money to put petrol in the tank. So if it's cold and they've got no money, they're not going to turn the heater on. I know, because the house is still kind of cold at night. So they just use what they've got. And so I think that's actually quite good in chess too. I think that translates and transfers to my game of chess, the way that I play chess. So I can be left with not much and go, oh, this is not very good, but I might do with it. And it's very important, resourcefulness in chess, to have that in your arsenal. If it's cold, they put another layer on and shut the door after them, whether you're going in or out. You always have to shut the door and leave the light off when you go out the room, or turn it on when you go in. And if there's enough light in the room, well, don't turn the light on. And if it's cold and they've got a fireplace, they go and collect pine cones to burn in the fire. Hopefully they can do it on their bike, on their feet, and instead of buying firewood, which my friend sells. And if all else fails, they just go to bed, or they put 50 layers of clothing on, if it's winter, and they go to bed till the money comes, and so they can put the heater on. So I'm going to show you this game now, and so I will just turn myself off now, and I hope you enjoy this game. It's the game that I've chosen for you, and so here we go. How long has that been? Where are we up to? 7 minutes, 42 seconds. Wow. I'm white, and like usual, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you. I hope you like it. Hope you like this game. I am white, and here we go. This is 5-minute game on chess.com. My rating currently on chess.com is 2163 for New Zealand. E4. Did you see E4? Could you believe that? Knight F3. Wow, I'm not playing a close Sicilian. D4. I'm not playing a close Sicilian for sure now. Now we're into main territory. Ace E6. So here I play an old favourite move of mine, which I really like. There were 3 blunders and 4 mistakes in this game analysis by chess.com. Here I played on move 5, but of course the rather old move but very much fun move. It's coming up right now. Move 5, Rook G1. Rook G1 is in your face black, and but this is like I think I saw the level go down a little bit for me after Rook G1. It's probably not a very good move, but if someone knows what they're doing against it, they can perform quite well. But my opponent plays A6, and I play A4, another move that I play often in the Sicilian proper open defense. Bishop E7, and now let's have a look at what happens. G4, the position's not going terrible for me. Knight c6. Now usually I play this move once the knight goes to f6 also, but I play it now as g5. Now watch this. On move 10, black gets away from my rook g1, g file sort of operations by castling on the long side. Oh no. It's going up in white's favour after castling long side. Now that might be just due to moves like a5 and knight c6, bishop b6, etc. But I've got my way of playing it. I'll just say it's at 2.7 for 3.1 for white. The computer analyzes it for. F4, I'll just see if it goes down or not. It's not really doing any major drop. Oh, it is now. It's going down to 1.6, 1.7. Anyway, I'll move on. King b8, queen d2. This has gone up again. King a8. Whoa, I'm not sure about that. Excuse me. I played bishop g2. Now, this did offer up black the opportunity of hitting c4 square. c4, not 4 square. And so upon knight a5, I played b3. So it's sort of like a little bit like a dragon for white player. White player is preventing sort of dragon moves by the following: rook c8, knight ce2, knight de2. So this just bolsters up the knight on c3 in protection, but it sends it down to 1.5. Knight c6, I'm not sure. So what's the sort of move you can play now? It's quite fun. It's the sort of move I like to play. I'm sure there's really, really sensible moves. Maybe even castling long, because I can't castle short, can I? Maybe I might not castle, but here it goes. My move was, of course, the ping to the queen with knight to b5. Now this, if captured, will result in an instant gain of the material back. Queen b8, other than capturing. And now knight ed4. Now it quickly came knight d4 with 4 minutes 1 second left on my opponent's clock, and queen d4 was my move in response, and the graph for my position is going up and down. f6. Move 18, f6. Now, what would you play now? I played here e5. I don't know if it's any good or not, but that's what I played. And here's d5, and black starting to strengthen their position. I could play knight d6 here. I do. I play knight d6 here. I was thinking knight d6, but here comes rook c2. Knight f7. Bishop c5. So, queen c5, the graph is having a field day. Rook c5, bishop c5, fe5, fe5. Queen c8, attacking my bishop on c5, and also looking at the rook on g1 after that. So I do not play knight f7 for one thing. Would you play b4, or would you play rook c1, or would you play bishop away somewhere? If I play bishop to e3, let me say, then I will be meeting probably queen c3 check, and then I have to go king f2 or king e2, but I sort of have to connect my rooks. So I played here rook c1, and now if b6, then I just move my bishop back to e3 or a3. Bishop c6, and I played knight h8. Queen e8, the queen is trying to get the knight now, and it's gone up to decisive advantage for white. Rook f1, which offers the knight a protected square on f7 to land on. Knight e7, so knight f7 as promised. Knight f5 and knight d6. Queen g6, knight f5, ef5, and now the sort of positional move, I think, is h4, so that I'm defending all the queen entry squares. Queen e6 and bishop d6, g6, and now I do something with my king. What would that be? Here I played king d2 and queen d7, rook f4, king a7, rook c3, and upon d4, what do you play next? So black plays 35 d4. What would you play next? d4. Ouch, my bishop on g2 is attacked. I could go rook g3. I could go rook d4. I could go rook c6. I can't go bishop c6 because of dc3 check first, and then queen takes bishop on c6. Here I played rook d4, bishop g2. Mistake, blunder, that will be a blunder. Bishop c5 check, b6, rook d7. And that is the end of this chess session. So I thank you very much for watching it. I appreciate you watching it, and thank you very much. I hope you got something out of that game. A wee bit instructive, and almost to the subject matter of what I was talking to you about before. So I thank you very much. I bid you farewell for the time, and I hope your chess gets better and better, even if you're one of the people from like Keith Arkle from the British chess team, that they did so well, and good on them. So bye for now. So all the best with your chess, no matter who you are and where your chess is at. And primarily, try, it's hard, I know, for me it is, to enjoy the game of chess. Bye.